Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining us. I'm Josh Schimmels, publisher and CEO of the Los Angeles Business Journal, and it's an honor to be here hosting our 2023 Corporate Counsel Awards. This is the portion of the program that allows us to announce finalists and unveil winners in multiple different award categories. We're here today to recognize the significant roles that our in-house counsel play in the overall success of their businesses, and of course, to celebrate another amazing group of attorneys. Each year, our nominees, our finalists who we're about to announce, and then our honorees are each recognized for a number of things. We look at their exceptional legal skills. We look at the responsibility that they take on within their organizations. We look at their leadership, not just inside their organization, but in the legal profession. And of course, we always want to know about their contributions to the community. 2 weeks ago, as many of you know, and many of you came out for, we held a private cocktail reception where we invited all of our nominees and our sponsors to meet, mingle, and to celebrate our 2023 class of general counsel. For me, I'll tell you, it was a really wonderful evening. It was a chance for us to take the information that we read within all of the nomination forms and really bring them to life. It was a chance for us to get to know our nominees on a much deeper level, a chance for us to take it, like I said, beyond the nomination forms and beyond what we were able to read as a group about each of you and your careers. Hopefully, it was also a chance for you, our nominees, to meet, network with fellow industry colleagues. I saw a lot of networking taking place. Hopefully, it was a chance for you to engage with our judges, meet the Business Journal team, and receive your nominee awards. So thank you all so much for coming out and for being a part of it. Today, we're going to unveil and recognize finalists and awards in 6 different award categories. I'd like to thank our program partners for their continued support of this event. There's a lot that goes into all of this. As I mentioned, some of them on the diamond level are also judges, and they spend a significant amount of time reading through all of your stories and providing counsel to us about their thoughts and your career. So I want to thank them for all that they're doing to support our legal community and our business community in general. So a very special thank you to our 3 diamond sponsors. First, Baker Hostetler. Please join me in hearing a quick message from partner Sharif Farag.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sharif Farag, and I'm a partner at Baker Hostetler, resident in our Los Angeles office. Baker Hostetler is proud to support the Los Angeles Business Journal Corporate Counsel Awards as a platinum level sponsor. Congratulations to all the nominees on your stellar accomplishments. I focus my practice on labor and employment matters, specifically with a focus on wage and hour compliance, as well as wage and hour class actions and PAGA actions. I also co-lead our firm's wage and hour team. Baker Hostetler is a national full-service law firm with over 1,000 lawyers across 17 offices coast to coast. We have 6 core practice areas. Those include litigation, labor and employment, digital assets and data management, business, intellectual property, and tax. Since 2019, we've experienced tremendous growth on the West Coast, adding over 100 lawyers and opening an office in San Francisco. As a result, we have the full-service capabilities to service all of our clients across the West Coast and throughout the country. Baker Hostetler is also very proud of our commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion. In 2022, we were ranked number 1 among 40 outside counsel law firms in Meta's 2022 Outside Counsel Diversity Champion Awards. Again, congratulations to all the nominees. We're very proud to be of support, and we hope that you all enjoy the ceremony.
Thank you so much, Sharif. And I want to also thank our next diamond sponsor, Greenberg Glesker. Let's take a look at who they are and how they become committed partners in all of their clients' success. And thank you to our now four-time Diamond sponsor, USC Gould School of Law. Join me in hearing a message from Fernita Tolson, their interim dean of the USC Gould School of Law.
Hello, everyone. I'm Fernita Tolson, interim dean of the USC Gould School of Law. On behalf of everyone at USC Gould, I want to congratulate all of our nominees for the 2023 Corporate Counsel Awards. This is USC Gould's fourth year in a row to partner with the LA Business Journal. We're delighted to serve as a sponsor for this great program, which shines a well-deserved spotlight on in-house counsel and their outstanding contributions. For this audience in particular, I really hope that you're familiar with USC Gould, but just in case you're not, I'm happy to give a quick introduction. We are the first law school in Southern California. We have a legacy as innovators in public service, clinical training, and interdisciplinary study. Today, we continue our leadership in legal education as a top 16 law school nationwide and a top 3 in entertainment. Most importantly, we are home to a dynamic student body that is both talented and global. This also happens to be a very exciting time at USC Gould. For the 5th consecutive year, we proudly welcome an incoming JD class that sets new records for academic achievement. This fall, we welcome the inaugural class of our new Bachelor's of Science in Legal Studies, which is one of only a handful of programs of its kind in the country, as well as our inaugural class for the Master's of Science in Innovation Economics, Law, and Regulation. We also brought in the largest ever new faculty cohort in USC Gould's history. Last but not least, this coming January, we will break ground on a brand new state-of-the-art building. At Gould, we have a saying that our focus is on redefining excellence in legal education, research, and practice. In my view, it's very fitting to be part of this special event that celebrates excellence in the legal profession. Our nominees today are setting new standards of excellence in your organizations and in the profession. In closing, congratulations once again to all of our 2023 Corporate Counsel Awards nominees. Thank you.
Thank you again to all three of our Diamond sponsors. You're going to get a chance to meet representative from each of them momentarily as we announce our award categories. Before we move forward, though, I also want to thank our many Gold sponsors for their support of the program. Banijay Americas, Clark Hill, Glazer Weil, Hollywood Park and SoFi Stadium, Keck Medicine of USC, Loeb & Loeb, and Waymaker. Thank you all so much. We appreciate your impact. We appreciate you recognize the importance of this program. All right, it's time for us to announce our winners and to get into the recognition portion, which you're all waiting for. I mentioned this year was particularly challenging for our judging committee with a really high number of nominations. And when you look at the nomination roll, which we're about to show you, I think you're going to see why. We as a group were incredibly inspired by the nominations that we had a chance to read. We got to read your stories. We got to read about your current organizations, your path throughout your career, and truly blown away at all the work that's being done. So let's get to it. It's my pleasure to introduce the 2023 class of nominees. Here they are. All right, congratulations to all of our nominees. We are going to announce finalists and then ultimately one winner in 6 categories. To announce our first 2 award categories, please welcome Diamond sponsor Sharif Farag, partner Baker Hostetler. Sharif?
Good afternoon, everybody. This is Sharif Farag. You're seeing me again, and you saw me on the video. I just wanted to take a quick moment to congratulate everybody who's nominated. Without the support of the business community and the nominees, many of whom we count amongst our clients, we could not do what we do, and we could not be as successful as we are. So congratulations to everyone. I have the pleasure of introducing the first award this afternoon, which is for Rising Star. The finalists are Jill Basinger, Chief Legal Officer, Discovery Land Company. Jill's exceptional trial and advocacy skills have consistently delivered favorable verdicts, earning her widespread acclaim as an aggressive and effective litigator. Our next finalist is Courtney Collins, Senior Corporate Counsel at Microsoft Corporation. Courtney is at the forefront of licensing Microsoft's expanding artificial intelligence offerings and helping to educate on its benefits. And finally, Camille Townsend Granville, Lead Counsel at Airbnb. Camille has shown a longstanding commitment to diversity and inclusion work and hopes to carry that work forward with vigor, open ears, and a people-centric approach. So congratulations to all the finalists. The Rising Star honoree is Camille Townsend Granville with Airbnb. Congratulations, Camille. We'd like to invite you to unmute and say a few words.
Thank you. Can you guys hear me okay? Okay, great. I'm honored to accept this award and frankly, just what an amazing panel of finalists. It's truly humbling to be recognized among such an exceptional group of legal professionals. Congratulations to all of the other recipients and nominees who've made tremendous contributions to the legal community. I'd like to thank Darlene Gartrell, who nominated me for this award. Thank you for your evergreen support. I would also like to express my heartfelt gratitude to the legal team at Airbnb. I've been able to work alongside an incredible legal team where mentorship, support, and psychological safety are ingrained in our team culture. I can live and work in a place that allows me to be true to myself and my values. More than anything, I'm also privileged to be a part of an organization that prioritizes integrity, innovation, care, inclusion, and adventure. And these are more than just words. The company lives and supports these values and the work I do each day and in the programs we take on, and really has a people-centric focus, which is more than I could ask for from a company and from my team. So all of these aspects have made my time at Airbnb more fulfilling than I could have imagined. Finally, I'd also like to acknowledge Josh Schimmels and the Los Angeles Business Journal for organizing this prestigious event and for acknowledging the important work done by corporate counsels across Los Angeles. Thank you also to the sponsors who made this event possible. You guys have created space for this sort of recognition, and it means a lot. So thank you for that.
Thanks, Camille. I wanted to follow up with one question before we let you go. I know you've got a very kind of diverse legal history in your career, including some time that we spent at the same law firm a few firms ago for me. What was the transition from government to working for a tech company like Airbnb like, and how did the skills that you developed throughout your career translate over to that experience?
Yeah, I think the nearly 9 years I spent in government practice really sort of sharpened me quite a bit. I mean, government practice is particularly, I was running a legal team there, not for the faint of heart. It really sharpened me. I kind of have a really high threshold for a lot of things, which made me very nimble. And so carrying that over to Airbnb has been invaluable. And as I say to some people, the sort of words used and the acronyms used may change, but at the end of the day, especially in employment law, sort of the work doesn't change too much. Like for employment lawyers, it's there isn't anything I haven't seen. There's nothing I haven't seen. I feel like I could write a really good book, to be quite honest. And the transition for me was a big leap. Frankly, it was a little bit scary going from the sort of the security blanket of government practice to a tech company, a young tech company at that. but it really has allowed me to color outside of the lines a bit, and it's been enjoyable for me. So it was a decision made with a lot of thought. Hopefully that answers your question.
It does. Congratulations again, Camille. Next up, I have the privilege of introducing the finalists for Nonprofit, Government, or Municipal In-House Counsel of the Year. So let's meet the finalists. First up, Juan Radin, Senior Deputy General Counsel at Metropolitan Water District of Southern California. Juan has been instrumental in supporting the MWD's efforts to address various challenges by providing zealous representation and strategic advice on its debt structure and critical capital improvement program. Next up is Janine Taylor, Deputy General Counsel at Keck Medicine of USC. Janine oversees the formation of their new health system board, which empowers Keck Medicine to react more nimbly to the ever-changing healthcare field. And our third finalist is Nancy Wang, General Counsel of Clean Power Alliance. Nancy created and designed the legal documents needed to launch their first Power Ready program, a program that is in direct response to the impacts of climate change and provides energy resilience and community benefits to member agencies. And the honoree is Juan Radin, Metropolitan Water District of Southern California. Juan, please take yourself off mute and let us hear your remarks.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm really deeply honored and humbled to receive this award today. I'm grateful for your acknowledgement of my individual work, but I think most importantly, also the collective efforts of my colleagues here at Metropolitan. I guess, first of all, a heartfelt gratitude to the Los Angeles Business Journal, the selection committee, who had a tough choice making the selection. Congratulations to all the exceptional nominees. I think just to be counted among you is a privilege in itself. And I'm really inspired by the high standards that you set in our legal community. So I look up to you. I also want to thank my mentor and really great friend, Dino Barajas, who nominated me for this award. So thank you for your support, Dino. And then just lastly, I just want to take a second or a couple seconds really to recognize the incredible work of the entire team here at Metropolitan. I'm not sure how familiar you are with MWD, but our organization is a really unique cooperative of 26 different water agencies and cities, even a couple county water agencies as well. Each one very different size, each one with its own set of challenges and strengths. But I think it's precisely this diversity that has been our guiding force and strength over the last 80 years. Metropolitan's member agencies have always believed in the power of collaboration. And I think we've shown that if we actually embrace our differences and work together, we can achieve really remarkable feats, including providing safe water to about 19 million people in Southern California. That's our service area. So I think our journey is really a testament to, it really shows how diversity is a source of strength and innovation and resilience as well. So as we kind of look to the future, we recognize the challenges are growing. It's becoming harder to secure sustainable water for our residents in our region. And I think it'll take the same collaboration that has been the cornerstone of our success so far to make sure we meet those demands. So again, in closing, I just want to accept on behalf of my colleagues at Metropolitan and thank you all for your support.
Congrats, Juan. And one quick question for you. I know you're a relatively junior lawyer at MWD, having only been there for 4 years. So I'm curious, when you're working at such a large agency, what draws you to the work that you do, and why did you make the decision to switch over?
Yeah, so I worked in private practice about 12, almost 13 years before joining Metropolitan. But I've always focused my career on serving and representing public agencies and public infrastructure projects. So I've always had this sort of deep belief in public service. And I love that work. I learned a lot. I get to work with many different agencies all throughout the state. But I was really drawn to being part of a sort of longer term plan, impacting decisions, supporting policymakers. And the opportunity to join an organization as large as impactful as Metropolitan, I couldn't really pass it up. I care deeply about climate change, and obviously water is very important to our just survival, but also our development of our community and our state overall. So I've been I've always had high hopes about joining Metropolitan, but I've been very impressed and got to do all that and more so far, even in the last 4 years. So I'm very grateful.
Juan, thank you for taking the time to be here. Congratulations. And we wish you the best. All right, we've got next up is our private company category, which we've broken up into 3 different awards, and that is going to be based on company size. Joining us to announce our first 2, please welcome Diamond sponsor Robin Apodaca, Associate Dean and Dean of Career Services, USC Gould School of Law. Robin?
Thanks, Josh. Hello, everyone. The USC Gould School of Law is thrilled to be a proud sponsor of the 2023 Corporate Counsel Awards event. From the reception that we had a few weeks ago to today's ceremony, it's been a pleasure to take part of this event and to have the opportunity to celebrate the work and accomplishments of these outstanding attorneys. Now, without further ado, it's my pleasure to announce the Growing Private Company Corporate Counsel of the Year Award. The finalists are Joshua Bird, General Counsel with Hawkins Way Capital, combining a strategic business approach with a philanthropic initiative. Josh was a leading force behind Hawkins Way Capital's nonprofit organization, FCL Services. Our next finalist, Carter Getz, in-house counsel with Del Mar Foods. Carter's imprint is synonymous with innovation, resilience, and an unwavering commitment to driving success, making him an indispensable and cherished in-house counsel. And finally, Lana Schneidina, corporate counsel with Sunbit. Lana routinely goes beyond her core responsibilities to provide guidance on their work at Sunbit and their broader career aspirations, especially as related to law and compliance. And the Growing Private Company Corporate Counsel of the Year honoree is Lana Schneidina with Sunbit. Congratulations, Lana. Please unmute for a few words.
Thank you so much, Robin. Thank you. It's such an incredible honor and an incredibly humbling experience to be nominated and awarded and recognized among this uniquely impressive group of legal professionals. Thank you so much. It's a very humbling experience. I'm also beyond grateful to my coworkers at Sunbit, to my fellow attorneys at Sunbit, who on a day-to-day basis help me participate in building strong, consumer-friendly, compliance-centric business. It is a unique privilege to be able to work for a business team that recognizes significance and the leading role of the in-house counsel team in shaping up a company, in shaping up our product offering to consumers. And it's definitely a very unique experience to be able to know that our work contributes to offering fair, transparent, compliant products to consumers, especially to those who need them the most. And lastly, I would really like to thank you, Los Angeles Business Journal, for recognizing in-house legal professionals. I originally come from a country where majority of legal work is handled in-house. And so it's extremely valuable to see that in the United States, where there are a lot of phenomenal legal professionals who practice law within the law firms, more and more we recognize the significance of role of the in-house counsel in our community. Thank you so much.
Congrats, Lana. Before we move on, I do have a question for you. So thinking on your career and how far you've come, what do you find most rewarding about your role?
I am one of the first employees of my company. I think the most rewarding part is to be able to work hand in hand with my business colleagues in shaping up the products that are offered to consumers and helping company understand how compliant products not only help us to stay within the legally prescribed framework, but also add more and more value to our consumers.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So up next, we have the mid-sized private company corporate counsel of the year category. And let's meet the finalists. Stephen Chu, Chief People and Legal Officer at InStride. In addition to the work he is doing internally to help employees advance their careers, he has become a spokesman to teach other leaders how they can transform their company cultures and drive success. Our next finalist, Marlene Nations, Senior Vice President and General Counsel, Legal Affairs with SoFi Stadium and Hollywood Park. Marlene was an instrumental part of the team that pioneered the construction and opening of the first NFL stadium in Los Angeles in nearly a century, SoFi Stadium. And finally, Robert Rubenstein, Vice President and General Counsel with Moldex Metric, Inc. Rob is the backbone of the firm he has served, driving growth the right way, including promoting stability and creativity, protecting assets, and supporting community involvement. Congratulations to each of these finalists, and the mid-sized private company corporate counsel of the year honoree is Stephen Chu with InStride. Congratulations, Stephen. We'd like to invite you to join a few words. Please unmute.
Hi, Robin. Thank you so much for this award. I've never won anything like this ever. So hopefully you guys don't decide to take away this award in the next 60 seconds based on what I'm about to say. I think this is such a great moment because ever since I became a lawyer, in my network, the LA Business Journal has been kind of like a reference that everyone in my network uses to talk about great business events that are kind of happening. And so this is kind of like a look, I made it moment because I feel like I'm going to be included in the LA Business Journal for something that's pretty amazing. I think even though I get to win this award, I think everyone here recognizes that this is really a team award. Or always should be a team award. So I have to thank my legal department. They probably deserve this award more than I do, to be honest. So thank you, Maureen Boyle. Thank you, Julia Waldron, for keeping up a fantastic legal department. This award really goes to both of you. And thank you to the company InStride. Been here for a little over a year. We do a fantastic workforce education program for a lot of enterprise companies out there. I got to wake up every single day. We're a public benefit company, so I got to wake up every day and know that we're a mission-driven company that gets to help a lot of people out there, get access to life-changing education that they might not otherwise have had through their employer. So it's been great. And so thank you, Robin. Thank you, Josh. Hopefully I didn't say anything in the last 60 seconds that makes you think twice.
It was perfect. So, Stephen, you filled in for different leadership roles in InStride. How did those help shape how you approach your current role with the company?
Yeah, I think the answer to that really comes from the fact that I think when we all go to law school as lawyers, we're trained to think like lawyers, not necessarily learn about the law. And I think that kind of education or way of thinking or analytical thinking has helped us kind of do kind of anything at any company or kind of, and approach every situation with different problem solving skills. And I love to be the type of person that says like, when your boss comes to you and says, hey, we got this problem, can you do it? I'm like, yeah, I can figure that out. I can handle that. And so I think in the past, not just in HR, but that's probably a big area why I've also wear the HR hat now is when people say, hey, can you fill in for this HR role? I've done that a couple of times in my career and now I do it permanently. I think that's really helped kind of all of those different experiences help me become the leader that I am today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Robin, and congratulations to all of our finalists in the last two categories as well. All right, next up is our large private company counsel of the year. We've got two more award categories to go. Please welcome Diamond sponsor, Priya Sapori, partner, litigation at Greenberg Glesker.
Hi, Josh. Thanks so much. And thank you to the LA Business Journal for allowing us to be a proud Diamond sponsor. Greenberg Glesker, of course, extends its hearty congratulations to all of the in-house counsel nominees and honorees. Having had the opportunity to meet many of you at the nominees' cocktail reception, it was really a lovely experience hearing so many diverse stories, all the different backgrounds having brought people together, and having worn different hats myself as a former federal prosecutor and now in private practice as a trial lawyer and as a litigator. It was really wonderful to meet and hear these different stories. But aside from a terrible case of imposter syndrome when I left, I also felt very inspired by these stories, and knowing that you're changing the corporate culture and the corporate world from the inside out is still very inspiring and impressive to me. And so I'm very proud and happy to be part of today's ceremony. So Josh, I think that leads us into the home stretch, and we are now up to the Large Private Company Corporate Counsel of the Year. And the finalists are Christine Keurig, Global Employment Counsel, Verily Life Sciences. In her role, Christine collaborates with stakeholders across the business to find creative and forward-thinking solutions for legal matters in the U.S. and across international regions. Tanya Menton, Vice President Litigation, The Walt Disney Company. Tanya joined Disney's legal team in 1996 and has skillfully guided the company through an ever-changing scope of legal challenges. Dan Nabel, Senior Director, Associate General Counsel, Riot Games. Dan's legal proficiency extends to academia, where he teaches video game law at USC Gould School of Law and co-authored the notable work Video Game Law in a Nutshell. Billy Pierce, Vice President, Deputy General Counsel and Chief Employment Counsel of Prime Healthcare. Inspired by her grandmother, who returned to school in her 80s, Billy returned to college, receiving a Dean's Fellowship to the University of California, Berkeley School of Law, and embarked on her second career. And finally, Roy Rosenthal, Chief Legal Officer and Corporate Secretary, Scopely. He's responsible for crafting some of the best deals in all of games and entertainment, and without whose leadership their 2023 historical achievements would not have been possible. Congratulations to each of you. The Large Private Company Corporate Counsel of the Year honoree is Christine Keurig with Verily Life Sciences. Congratulations, Christine. Please unmute and share a few words with us.
Hi, Priya. Good afternoon, and thank you so much. I'd like to say thank you to the LA Business Journal and the LA legal community for this award. Congratulations to my fellow nominees. It really, truly is an amazing group of individuals representing the best and the brightest attorneys at companies across Los Angeles. One of the best parts of being a lawyer in Los Angeles is living in a vibrant, creative, and diverse environment, and our nominees today truly reflect that. I'd also like to recognize that this award is a team effort. As all of the other awardees today have recognized, really nobody does this on their own. It really does take a team at companies to accomplish everything and help companies move the needle. So I really would like to say thank you, heartfelt, to all of my team that I work with every day, including Cynthia Patton, who was the general counsel at the time, who hired me and gave me this opportunity with Verily. Verily is a dynamic team of individuals working together to build a company in the Google and Alphabet environment. So it is a tremendous opportunity. And again, kudos to everyone on the team. Last but definitely not least, I'd also like to say thank you to my family and friends. Nothing happens without their love and support. So big heart and hugs to them. And also thank you, Josh, and Los Angeles Business Journal. The ceremony, or not ceremony, but the reception that you had the other week, as Priya mentioned, was very inspiring to meet everyone and to continue to get to work with others in the Los Angeles community. So my thank you.
Christine, before you go, one of your key contributions has been working to create a diversity accelerator program for legal interns. I was wondering if you could share with us a little bit more about that program.
Sure. So we have partnered with a couple different law firms who've been critical to our success in this, and I'd like to name them really quickly. It's Hogan Lovells, Ropes and Gray, McDermott, Will and Emery, as well as Kilpatrick Lockhart. And one of our goals has been to continue to create, we want the lawyers in Los Angeles and in other cities where we're working to represent the community around us. And so the idea is, as many other members of the legal community have, is to build out that population further in the legal pipeline. So what we've done is we've partnered with these law firms, and the law firms will hire various candidates with various diverse components to work for them at their firm. They get training as first years. And then we also bring them in and work at Verily for 3 weeks. And so the team works really hard to get to know these individuals, to really help them thrive, with the idea that once they have that under their belt for the first year, they can really go into OCI and get the opportunities that will help train them for future opportunities in the legal profession. I will say in particular, Michael Turrell and Stephanie Yonakura at Hogan Lovells were on the ground with this. The first summer that we wanted to do this, they immediately said yes. And so a big heartfelt thanks to them, because this program wouldn't have gotten off the ground without them. And I know that these programs, can be controversial, but I think that if everybody is looking at opportunities for various types of diversity, that they can be very successful, and hopefully will continue to have great opportunities within the legal profession.
Thank you, Christine. That sounds like a very inspiring program. We are down to our final award of the afternoon, Public Company Corporate Counsel of the Year. The finalists are Edward Castro, Associate General Counsel and Regional Legal Office, Americas of Cushman & Wakefield. As Associate General Counsel and Regional Legal Officer of the Americas, he has broad and important responsibilities within Cushman & Wakefield, both regionally and across the globe. Jackie Hayes, Executive Vice President of Legal for Studios and Networks, Warner Brothers Discovery. For 25 years, Jackie Hayes has played a vital role shepherding the legal team for one of Hollywood's most iconic and oldest running studios. Vivian Kim, Chief People Officer and General Counsel, Hanmi Bank. In addition to being General Counsel and Chief People Officer, Vivian has taken a leadership role in advancing the company's public profile and philanthropic initiatives. Sanjesh Sharma, Assistant General Counsel, Patents, Johnson & Johnson Surgical Vision. Sanjesh is an established leader in the legal market, known not only for her professional skills, but also for her consistent, active dedication to the community. And finally, Kay Tidwell, Executive Vice President, General Counsel, and Chief Risk Officer of Hudson Pacific Properties. A few of her accomplishments that have directly impacted the organization include spearheading the diversification of the Hudson Pacific Board and enhancing corporate governance performance. So congratulations to all the finalists. The Public Company Corporate Counsel of the Year honoree is Vivian Kim with Hanmi Bank. Please, Vivian, come off mute and join us to say a few words.
Thank you, Priya. I also want to thank the LA Business Journal for this great honor, and to all the sponsors who made today's event possible. Congratulations to all of the nominees today. This has been a great event. I don't know, for those that don't know Hanmi Bank, we actually were founded in Los Angeles in Koreatown. And so it's a really great honor to be recognized by the Los Angeles Business Journal. As many of the honorees stated, it really is a team effort, and I accept this great award as recognition for the hard work of the wonderful team that we have here at Hanmi Bank. As the first Korean American bank in the United States, I think we really worked very hard to work with our communities. And as we've grown and our customers have grown, we've been able to serve more people across the United States. And it's been really a wonderful opportunity for me to be able to help advise and lead our folks in kind of focusing on their mission to really serve the communities in which we operate. Thank you.
Vivian, before you go, I have a quick question for you. You obviously have a very diverse background, and many of the nominees here have diverse professional backgrounds as well. Can you tell us a little bit about what it's like working with a public company as opposed to working with a private one.
Yeah, so I actually my only in-house positions were in public companies, but I have had private company clients when I was at the law firm. And I think the biggest difference with the public company overlay is that you really do have to focus on one other layer of constituents that you have to work for and keep in mind when making important decisions for the bank. And then, of course, as a lawyer, you always have a lot of disclosure obligations that come along with having to be a public company. So that always keeps us busy.
Well, thank you for sharing that, Vivian, and congratulations. How about, I know it's virtual, but let's do a virtual round of applause just for all of our nominees today. We really appreciate you taking the time to be a part of this program. We appreciate those of you who were able to come to the reception a couple of weeks ago and a chance to get to know you all better. It's been an outstanding and very impressive group this year. I want to thank our Diamond sponsors for helping us through the process, for taking the time to invest in each of our nominees in the way that they do. It's so meaningful, and obviously for the way they support the entire legal community and our community of business as well. I mentioned earlier that for those few that weren't able to make it to the reception, we do have award certificates for each of you. Please reach out to us and let us know that you weren't able to join, and we're happy to get those delivered to you. I also want to remind you all that Monday's issue is going to feature even more on our nominees, our finalists, our honorees. It's a chance to read more about the impact of in-house counsel here in Los Angeles, here in the region. And then finally, for those of you who have friends, colleagues, family members who were not able to join us today, but you think would enjoy watching all or a portion of today's event and unveiling, we do have a recorded version that will go up on our website, I believe tomorrow. So it's labusinessjournal.com. You can forward that link. You can share for those of you who would like others to see. So I want to thank you all for being a part of this. A huge congratulations to all of our nominees this year. Thank you all for what you do. And we look forward to seeing you next year. Thank you all so much. Have a wonderful day.